Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Realm News. So today I have here a couple of informations that you guys may or may have not missed that have been provided throughout the internet, Reddit, Twitter, and so on. So let's go right into it. And the first news that I want to provide to you guys, I want to talk about Bunny Sarah's skin. You guys have probably already heard about this. I have a funny video back on my YouTube channel if you guys want to go check it out, where I was trying to use an early not to the public stage of the Bunny Sarah's, making me totally invisible. It was more for fun than anything else, and it was on PDS. Do get that in your mind before you actually try to roast me or attack me because, you know, oh, you tried to use an exploit. It was on PDS. There was nothing that anybody gained or lost in that case. But even so, recently, it was data mined the voice lines for this skin. Also, before I go into the voice lines, just a little heads up. In the picture of Street Style Maeve, there's a little character on the left side. I already mentioned this before, but I'll say it again for those who haven't seen my previous videos, where apparently it is Bunny Sarah's. Now, we know that she has some sort of bunny ears, so I'm not entirely sure if it would be a bunny mask with ears, a Playboy style, you know, something like that. We're gonna have to wait and see for the future, but for now we have the voice lines and I'm going to put them, and as soon as I shut up, you're going to hear the voice lines. Just before we go into it, shout out to my friend Lucas from Paladins Poland and Katris for actually getting into the work to get these voice lines for me to show it to you. So here you go.
Haha, back again. Look behind. Bye-bye now. Aw, Whittle support too much for you to handle? Ooh, nice. In the sky. Ooh, shiny. I like it. Hop to it. I don't think you can handle this. Well, what do you know? I say jump. You ask how high. Hey, do you have a carrot? I'd kill for a carrot right now. Well done, all. Oh, come on. We did it. No one beats the bunny. Today is a great day. I'm optimistic. Hey, cut it out. Rabbits are like calculators. We like to multiply. Don't even think about it. This fit bunny is a tad bit funny. You see what I did there? Wow, you're gonna let me get away with that? Gaze into the abyss. Gather round. Don't take your eyes off the bunny.
Alright, so that is that. Now let's go into other news. This one is related to the new skins of Street Style, you know, the event itself. What is going on the Street Style event? Apparently there's some controversy. I don't know how big it is because I actually didn't search for it on Reddit, but I'm guessing some people actually complained about the Maeve skin. Now, you guys know how the Maeve skin looks. She has a tail looking like almost like a werewolf, almost on the same style that the skin that we already have for Androx's, where his arm looks like a werewolf. It almost is in the same style. It has like some sort of two ponytails in the back, lolly style if you want to call it like that. In the middle of this entire style of the hair, it is brown and the rest is all pink. Now, people did complain for two reasons: the hair for having multiple colors and the tail for not actually having anything to do with the skin. Although I do agree with this, I still would love to see, of course, the entire style of as it is, like a tail and the ponytails as it is, but promised by Thunderbrush, actually not even promised, he said it himself, no promises yet. But we are taking a look at Street Style Maeve options for you guys based on some feedback. Let me know what you think. And then there is a part for you to vote. This is on Twitter. I'm going to leave the link in the description so you guys can go and check it out and vote yourselves, because we sure do need those votes to actually get some sort of a agreement on the player base for actually which skin they would love to see. So we may be looking into some sort of a situation like we saw the Liam skin from the Merrymaker from Christmas, where the weapon itself, some people didn't like it had a scope, so what they did is they did the version that so many people asked for, and they kept the original one. So we actually have two different weapons for however you actually want to use it. Now, what I may be looking to this, it could either be that, or we're only going to be seeing one of the three different versions that I'm putting right now on screen. So the one on the left, the first one, which is A, they changed the color of the hair. As you can see, right on around the middle is no longer brown, it's actually pink like the rest of the hair, And the tail is now smooth, almost looks like a brush if you ask me, but it's still a tail, and it's pink to be based around sort of, you know, what Maeve truly is, which is half Tigran. Then on the B version, we have pretty much the same thing as the first one, but the tail changes. Instead of being a pink tail or looking like a brush, now looks like a cat tail, pretty much, and it's all white. Now, this one looks cool and all. I would probably, from the three, I would select this one. But then we also have the C version where it has no tail and the ponytails have disappeared. Here's the thing. I'm completely honest on this one myself. I actually don't know which one to pick. I like the hairstyle from C. I like the tail from B. And I also like the ponytails at the same time. So I don't know what to say. I like the hair as it is. But I also like it, these two different versions right here, where it's all either pink or short hair. But to be quite honest, if you go to check the short hair, what's going to happen is it's going to be as close as possible from the original one, and no longer actually looks with a different skin for this specific event. So I would guess my vote would go for B, but I'm still going to be thinking about it while I'm editing this video and so on. But you guys can go down in the description, check out that link, go straight to the tweet that Thunderbrush did, and vote for yourselves. Let's see that maybe we're gonna have, you know, a unified vote from the audience, from the player base, to actually choose the best skin. Hopefully, we're gonna get one that not many people complain. You guys already know how this goes. If there's a skin that usually people don't like for example what happened to Furia when she released, or the Leon weapon, and now this, usually they tend to, you know, hear the player base and try to change it, so we may be looking into that. Now, in other news, we also have some information regarding, apparently, competitive. Yes, for those who don't know, back on the competitive scene, literally the competitive scene of the tournaments and so on, there's apparently a 40-second cooldown bench, what you want to call it, that apparently works for in case that a person doesn't pick a character or bans a character. What happens is each team still has 40 extra seconds, which in total, I believe that every single member of the team in total can spend from. Now, I'm guessing that, for example, if the first element of the team uses those 40 seconds completely, nobody else has those 40 seconds. But it's still, you know, a pretty good addition, since most of the times people do spend 10 minutes or more waiting for a ranked match, and then by the end, we have this problem, you know, that somebody didn't pick a character, or somebody forgot to ban a champion because they were trying to pick it and then they just didn't decide, and then you end up losing a ban, which in most of the cases it turns out to be bad. So now having this 40 seconds, which I'm not entirely sure how it works, but if you guys do know, let me know down in the comments below. You know, it's probably a pretty good addition for the competitive scene. Now, let's go into another thing. 2 mistakes were done by hi-rez. So I guess you can say hi-rez did an oopsie. Yes, indeed, hi-rez did commit 2 mistakes. Not something out of, you know, not extraordinary or anything like that, but pretty much they're still, you know, oopsies. First of all, the legendary pack, where it basically gives you a skin for Atlas, the legendary Atlas, it was listed to be $5.99, and apparently it is not. It is $7.99, and they came to Twitter to let us know that. So at least they actually admitted a mistake. They said that apparently somebody listed it wrong. Maybe they had different ideas of what it could be, and they put it the wrong idea. Or maybe they just changed after, you know, it's too cheap. Maybe we should increase it a little bit, just a tiny little bit, not too much. I'm possibly, you know, I'm honestly about this specific matter. I'm not even mad. You know, it's not even that much money. It's not a big difference. €2, like $2, whatever you want to call it. It's like 4 coffees for the people who do have coffees. It's, you know, just it's $2, guys. It's $2 goddamn dollars. If it was a $15 pack going into like 25, it would be a lot of, you know, a bigger matter to talk about. The second oopsie was regarding an event. There was an event that was supposed to be this last weekend, which did not happen. Indeed, why? Because there was a mistake, there was a bug in the system, whatever you want to call it, and unfortunately, they didn't make it happen on this weekend. To be quite honest, I'm happy, because in the first few days of PDS being open, I am more concerned of being on PDS and testing things, recording things, and so on. And having all that time on PDS and losing that, you know, valuable time for the live servers, where this event was basically giving you extra battle pass experience, you know, it wouldn't be good. To be quite honest, I think that the event should be completely on a time that has nothing to do with PDS. PDS should be closed, so people wouldn't go to PDS and waste their times on it. So, yes, we got that. Alright, so here's another oopsie that I actually remembered while I was editing the video. If you do go into Paladin's website, and there's two different pages. One of them is for the events, and you go into the street style event, and you put the mouse on top of each bundle. It will clearly say that you also receive a gold chest for each individual bundle. So if you buy the first 3 bundles, you'll get 3 gold chests, and if you win the Ying bundle, you'll get another gold chest together with the flare chests that are already there. But if you go into the patch notes, clearly there's no mention of gold chests, and on PDS, after you buy the bundles, there's no gold chests for anyone, not even on the info before you buy the bundles. So I guess you can say that they did another oopsie. Also, just before I end the video, regarding to another thing that some people may have not noticed, there is currently a new DLC right now on the live servers that you can buy. Most of the people will probably not buy because there's a mistake with hi-rez, which is basically they don't lower the price to things if you already contain a part of that DLC, which is totally wrong, and to be quite honest, they should think about changing that. There's a Futures End bundle right now on the store. Now this bundle is $20, it's a lot, and the things that it contains is the Atlas Champion, so if you already have it, it doesn't go down, which I own it, and it doesn't go down, which is wrong. Then we also have the Crime Fighter Shaoling, another thing that I own, and I'm not being lowered in the price because of it. Then the Drake Fire Tire, another one that I own as well. Then the Madame Saris Kunowachi Sky, both of them owned. And then the last one, which is Robo Force Ruckus, which, for example, I do not own. So in this entire bundle, the only thing that I would be buying is the skin, and I'm still have to pay $20. This is something that I've seen in many other games that usually they do change the price, and, you know, regarding the part that, oh, you already own this, so we'll give you a discount. And I think that hi-rez has done that before, but they're not doing it now, which is completely weird. And I really don't know why they don't do that, because if we're being honest, nobody's going to buy the pack. I mean, I already own everything in the pack. I only don't own one thing. So if they were to lower most of the price, since I own 5 out of 6 items, I'm not telling them to lower like 75% of the price, but although it should be sort of 75%, and they're still winning money, I would buy the pack. And in this case, I will not buy the pack, because I'm not going to buy $20 worth of packs where I own pretty much 90% almost, or 80%, or what you want to call it, of the pack. This is a mistake that hi-rez surely needs to fix in the future. Just like, for example, the Covered Ops Lex, which is also another package, is on the store for $5. I own the skin, and all that it offers for me is 200 crystals. Price unchanged. Another bundle that needs to be changed. They need to think about this so they can get more sales. Alright guys, so just to finish off, first of all, thank you so much for people to be here until the end of the video. 2 informations that were not provided by hi-rez. At least one of them completely. The other one was not provided on the showcase. The one that I'm talking about that was not provided in the showcase was actually the Vivian Golden skin. As you're seeing the gameplay in the back, you're probably wondering, okay, there's a Vivian Golden skin. So that's not terribly, you know, new or extraordinary or anything like that, because I already teased it in the gameplay itself for the people who didn't know. If you go into the showcase, there's no information about it, but if you go into the patch notes, it is there. But one thing that was not on the patch notes or even the showcase is a new option on PDS. This option is on the options and then gameplay tab, and if you scroll all the way down where you should be having that option for the do not disturb, which is the ND, and you can enable it or disable it, you now have a new option called public profile. I'm guessing this allows you to block people from seeing your loadouts or even trying to see your games on those websites that recover API information and so on. And a lot of people don't understand anything about this, but imagine the following. I think that if I block this, if I make it disabled, people on Paladin's Guru will not be able to see my information, which it's kind of nice. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna block anything. There's no necessity on that. Unless you're like a very professional player, competitive player, and you really want to hide your loadouts and stuff like that, and therefore you just use this option. I'm guessing it will work like that, but since there's no information whatsoever into this, I don't really know how it works. But either way, that is pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Quick shout out to both Lucas and Katris from Paladins Poland, Abhi from my Discord server, and anyone else who provided to me some information for the ROM news. If you do have some information that you want to share to me, try to contact me through Twitter. I will see the messages, alright? Even if I have to accept it, because sometimes it will stay in acceptance mode, I can accept it, just send it. I'll see it eventually, and thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to share this video if you really want to see other people having this sort of information. If this actually, grows to be something big, I will continue and I will go even more seriously, alright? We'll have like special effects, special UIs on the screen, and even an intro just for this, okay? Thank you so much for watching. That will be it for today. I will see you guys next time, and until then, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye, guys.
Do